The CEDAW General Recommendation 30 on Women in Conflict Prevention, Conflict and Post-Conflict Situations. CEDAW, or the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, is an international human rights treaty that focuses on women's rights and women's issues worldwide. General recommendations are authoritative statements that serves to further clarify the application of specific articles contained in the CEDAW Convention. There are 34 general recommendations to CEDAW to date. The CEDAW General Recommendation 30, adopted in 2013, outlines the gendered impacts of conflicts on women. Conflict is contextualized in 3 different phases: before, during, and post-conflict. It also takes into consideration that these phases overlap with one another. It further outlines the concrete steps state parties should take to ensure that women's human rights are protected in any conflict-related situation. General Recommendation 30 recognizes the diverse experiences and multiple roles that women play in different phases of conflict. Women are not just victims, but they are also soldiers and combatants, human rights defenders, protesters, and active agents in both formal and informal peace-building and recovery processes. Women are also seen as having multiple and simultaneous identities that may lead to intersectional discrimination as experienced by women with disabilities, widows, older women, pregnant women, Indigenous women, and women living with HIV. General Recommendation 30 covers other situations of concern that may not necessarily be classified as armed conflict, such as internal disturbances, low intensity but protracted civil strife, political clashes, ethnic and communal violence, states of emergency and suppression of mass uprisings, war against terrorism, and organized crime. General Recommendation 30 provides an expanded definition of state actors, which include individual states as well as states acting as members of international coalitions. It also brings a wide range of non-state actors, such as armed groups, paramilitaries, corporations, private military contractors, organized criminal groups, and vigilantes into the accountability framework. One of the key features of CEDAW General Recommendation 30 is the principle of extraterritorial obligations, ETOs. This means that state parties are responsible for all their actions affecting human rights, regardless of whether the affected persons are in their territory. It also requires state parties to regulate the activities of domestic non-state actors within their effective control who operate extraterritorially. For example, a multinational corporation operating in country X extends loans to reconstruction projects in conflict-affected country Y, leading to forced evictions and displacement in country Y. Here, the government of country X is accountable for the actions of such non-state actors that resulted in human rights violations in country Y. This video highlighted the key features and scope of CEDAW General Recommendation 30 on women in conflict situations. For more detailed information, please visit the ERAW AP website.